artist is attracting the attention of women across the world, not for his artistic skills at dragons, skulls, or even fairies, but for the work he is doing with their breasts.
The meaning behind that tattoo is so unique and so powerful. It changes their lives. I wasn't really prepared for how it was going to affect these ladies.
Breast cancer survivors are completing their road to recovery by making the trip to New Orleans to get a very special tattoo. WDSU anchor Randy Russo introduces us to the man inking these women and why he chose the Crescent City to help them complete their journey.
It's a really important step in this whole process.
From his seersucker suit to the bow tie and alligator shoes, Vinnie Myers looks right at home in New Orleans.
Bounce ideas off of each other.
And he is now. The Maryland native spends a lot of his time here these days. But it's not the food that brings him back time and again. Not the music, nor the big events that lure so many to town.
Right, so you go to his shop.
Vinnie Myers is here for the women, each of them a breast cancer survivor, each of them looking to him for something lost in the fight of their lives. Thousands of women from across the world are connecting with Vinnie for one thing.
It's been pretty unbelievable.
Nipples.
When they get to me, they know they're finishing everything up with this last step. And it's just a great position for me to be in and to hear their stories and to be able to close this chapter of their life for them. It's just a wonderful place to be.
Vinnie has perfected the 3D nipple tattoo.
Let's take a look.
For many women who've undergone mastectomies, reconstruction only goes so far. That's where Vinnie steps in. After the surgery, he transforms their breasts from a blank canvas to one of his masterpieces, using his color, shading, and highlighting skills, creating the appearance of an actual nipple.
Yeah, that's good.
It was wonderful, just having the end, having a perfect product. I'm very pleased with everything.
I wasn't really prepared for how it was going to affect these ladies. And to be able to do something small for them, that means so much. It's an incredible thing, it really is.
Some of them decide to even get a bit creative.
We've done stars, done shamrocks, all different kinds of flowers.
It's not where this longtime tattoo artist ever imagined his career taking him. Vinnie stumbled on the specialty. After nearly 20 years crafting artistic tattoos at a shop outside Baltimore, he caught the eye of a doctor who was struggling to give his patients that perfect finishing touch following reconstruction.
And once I fixed the couple, I had the chance to work on a clean slate, for lack of a better word. I tattooed a portrait of a nipple on there, and everybody went crazy over it, and they just couldn't believe that somebody could actually tattoo a nipple and make it look like a nipple.
That was the dilemma Dr. Scott Sullivan and his colleagues at the Center for Restorative Breast Surgery in New Orleans faced as well. They specialize in what's called the flap procedure, using a woman's viable tissue instead of an implant for reconstruction. While it's a more natural option, Sullivan concedes the nipples were anything but.
You know, we'd make the great breast, and then we were tattooing it ourselves.
Oh, that's right.
It was horrid. It might as well have taken a bingo marker and put the stamp on it. It had no character to it. It had no texture to it. It wasn't layered. It was just bad.
But 3 years ago, a patient pointed him in Vinnie's direction.
We checked out his website and then saw his work and said it's unparalleled. I mean, it's just mind-boggling what this guy does, his talent.
And when these guys asked me to come down here, I saw what breast reconstruction is really about, and that the results were so outstanding that I wanted to kind of align myself with the best.
So the tattoo artist and the surgeon teamed up, and now there are 2 places in the world to get Vinnie's handiwork: Baltimore, Maryland, and New Orleans. But that meeting almost didn't happen. Prior to connecting with Dr. Sullivan and his staff, Vinnie said that he got overwhelmed with nipple tattooing and wanted to call it quits to get back to his artistic roots.
And I came to work on a Monday morning and I said, guys, no more nipple appointments, I'm done. And 30 minutes later I got a call from my sister that said she had breast cancer. So I told them to open the phones back up and we'd keep going to this thing.
And this thing has turned into Vinnie's life work. He now dedicates all of his time and talents to helping women complete this final stage in breast cancer recovery.
You know, you're just closing the chapter for him, and it's a great position to be in. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
On your side, I'm Randy Russo, WDSU News.
Vinny is now passing on his trade to his daughter. She has spent the past 10 months working as an apprentice at his Maryland tattoo shop, learning how to create 3D nipple tattoos while attending college.